Hey guys, welcome back to Gridiron Entertainment, the official podcast where we talk about football and football only. It's been a long time, and I just want to say that I apologize, and I know Mo apologizes, and we're gonna try and get back on track, starting with this episode that you will hear on Saturday, because this will be uploaded on Saturday. And speaking of Mo, guess who's actually right next to me?
Yo, what's up, guys? It's been a very long time. We apologize. A lot of busy stuff happened. We missed a lot of stuff like in the NFL. There's been so many news over the last month.
We missed the draft mostly. I feel like the
Yeah,
draft was one. What's like? Let's just take a quick recap. What's like your biggest takeaway from the draft in April?
the biggest takeaway. I mean, there wasn't really as many surprises as I thought there would be. Like, I thought the Niners were gonna get Mac Jones, but they got Trey Lance. And I mean, the one really surprise to me was the Bears getting Justin Fields. I did not expect them to get it. I thought the Patriots were going to trade up for Mac or for Justin Fields.
I agree. I mean, that's one trade that's really been the big one. One of the worst reaches I've seen is with the Raiders because I feel like the Raiders always try to reach in the draft.
Yeah,
But overall, I mean, the Bears really shocked everyone because the Vikings were actually trying to get Justin Fields. So that would have been interesting to see if Justin Fields actually got drafted by the Vikings and like what kind of dynamic he brings to their offense. But anyways, that did not happen on draft night. And let's continue with a lot more things. A lot of training camp stuff, man. Did you know that the Houston Texans didn't even have a mini camp this offseason?
yeah. I don't know why. That's kind of weird. I mean, minicamp is pretty important.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like shocked to hear why they didn't do it. Is it because of the whole Deshaun Watson fiasco that's going on? Because I mean, he's still battling lawsuits to this day, and a lot of people are saying that we might not even see Deshaun Watson in 2021, let alone even 2022. Like, Mo, what do you think of this? Like, can we not? Do you think we'll actually not see Deshaun Watson for 2 years?
No, I think 2 years is a stretch. I mean, there's no way it's going to be 2 years. It's probably going to be like 1 year.
I think that if he is not found guilty in civil court, most likely this could end by next year. I really don't see Deshaun Watson playing this year for the Texans, and I really don't think he even wants to play for the Texans. So
I mean, the Broncos are interested in him still.
the
Still interested in him.
the Broncos are interested in a lot of quarterbacks. They're interested in Aaron Rodgers
I mean, I
and what's
mean,
his called? What's his face? Deshaun Watson, but I think D Watt in that offense would be pretty sick.
I see why they're so interested in so many quarterbacks because like they have Drew Lock, who's probably like the worst starting QB in the league.
Do you think he's the worst starting QB in the league?
Yeah, I don't know who else is bad.
Yeah, I think Jared Goff is a little bit better than Drew Lock. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe Andy Dalton.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, Andy Dalton's the worst, and then it's Drew Lock.
Okay, fair enough. What else has been going on? I mean, it's been a lot more mini camps. I don't know if you heard about that whole vaccination thing they passed like a couple hours ago. Like it was something about like you can't do certain things if you're unvaccinated. And I just think that it's just a little bit too much in the NFL to say, like, okay, like if you're like, let's say you're not a vaccinated player, right? Let's say I am. I can go out like to the bars and clubs and stuff. You would have to stay home. Like, how is that fair to you as someone that is like, okay, I'm not going to get the vaccine. So, like, what do you think of this by the NFL? It's kind of like, it's like they don't really care for the players. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, you say that it's your body, your choice, but you're not treating it like it's your body, your choice. You're kind of treating it like you're forcing everyone to get the vaccine.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it should be the player's right to get the vaccine, like or not. Like if they believe in it, then or if they don't believe in it, then you have to respect their decision. I feel like, and I feel like the punishment for not getting vaccinated is like way too much. Like you can't go out to the motel or out of like your hotel and hang out with your player, like your teammates. Like it's kind of messed up.
Apparently also like they can't work out. You can't work out with people that are like vaccinated like at the facility, and also like you still have to wear a mask when you go in to like practice and all that stuff. Like, do you think that maybe the NFL is taking us a little bit too far? Because like I'm not gonna lie, like I'm vaccinated. I don't care if you get the vaccine, you do you. It's your right. If you don't want to get it, that's fine. I don't really care. I got it, and I mean I don't really care. It's just whatever. Like, what do you think? Like, what can like what's the NFL trying to send a message? Like, what's their message? Like they're trying to send to the players.
I feel like it's just they're just forcing everyone to take the vaccine. I feel like just like uh I feel like they just want COVID to be as done as possible, like as like done as fast as possible. But like, I mean, you can have some punishments, but I feel like like it should be like small punishments. It shouldn't be like huge punishments like the ones they're doing right now.
Okay, I mean I can see where you're coming from with that. I agree with that. Pretty much that's just how I would do the same thing. Like I think that it should be minimal, like it shouldn't be like too restrictive, but there should be like some sort of like like something minor. Like maybe like they can hang out with like a small group of people, you know what I mean? Like instead of like hanging out with like a large group of people,
They
like at a
shouldn't
place.
be like quarantining still.
You don't think so? You don't think
Yeah.
so? Because that's one of the other things. Like if a player apparently like if a player that's vaccinated gets sick, they don't have to quarantine. But a player that's unvaccinated has to quarantine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense to me.
And
Let's.
like
Mhm,
also like players like Cole Beasley have like spoken out
mhm.
because he's like he doesn't like support the vaccine.
That's his opinion, and everyone's entitled to their opinion at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like it's like if you that's how you think, I can't change your mind. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just whatever they think. If that's what they want to do, that's up to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. I'm trying to think about what else has been going on in the NFL. I mean, it's been
I
interesting.
mean, the what about the trades, like off season, like trades and moves?
Clowney to the Browns was actually kind of nice. I like it a lot. I think it's
Julio to the Titans.
that's probably like the biggest one. What do you think? Did the Falcons get finessed, or did the Titans I obviously this is a Titans win because the Falcons got what back, like a fifth, something like that.
I mean, like the Falcons still have like a good receiver in core, but like I mean, what they got back was really bad. They should have gone way more.
I think they were trying to get way more than they wanted, but I think because of Julio's 32 and he has a big contract, so I think they were trying to get a first, and no one was budging. I think they even got offered a second, and they said no, so they had to settle for like the low, like I don't know if it's like a third or like a fifth, something like that. It was like really
Yeah.
bad. Like, can't you believe like two top receivers in the last like 2 years got traded for like pennies?
Yeah, it's weird. And I mean, but like, if I was like a team, I wouldn't give up my first round pick for Julio, who's aging. If this is like prime Julio, then yeah, obviously I take down a heartbeat. But like, he's 32, and he got hurt a lot last year.
Exactly. Like just being 32, I just think it's just too much of a liability. And if the Falcons actually really want to rebuild, I think getting rid of Julio is like the first move. I like next it's we're getting rid of Matt Ryan. Now I know they thought now they could have gone a quarterback, but they got Kyle Pitts, which I mean Kyle Pitts is like you kind of replace Julio with Kyle Pitts in a way because Kyle Pitts can do everything. Like you can be a receiver, he can be a tight end. Like it's just whatever, you know what I mean? So I think that next year, if the quarterback core is actually really nice, I could see them actually snacking a quarterback because Matt Ryan's in his late 30s right now. It's not you really want to get someone young and fresh. You really don't want to stick with Matt Ryan, even though like I don't know. I just feel like since that Super Bowl, it just hasn't really been the same.
I mean, personally, I probably would have gone Justin Fields in the draft because I feel like Kyle Pitts. I feel like him and Matt Ryan is. I don't. I feel like they're not gonna fit that much, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, Kyle Pitts is a beast,
Yeah.
and also, I mean, the Falcons still have Calvin Ridley, so that's like their next franchise receiver, basically.
Yeah. Is there like a team you want to like predict like a schedule? Because the schedules came out, we missed that one as well.
Yeah.
Is there like anything you want? Is there like a team you want to like just predict just randomly and just see how they do? You just want to just go through?
I mean, what's like a team we could do?
Randomize. I mean, we can randomize it.
Yeah, let's randomize it.
All right. So I'm just gonna look like NFL team schedules. I'm just gonna go schedules. And
just look up like random wheel.
All right, let's do a random wheel. All right. All right, random wheel. Here we go. Real wheel spinner. All right, here we go. We're gonna do NFL teams. All right, we got all 32 teams here. Now every week we'll do this, and but like when we do a team, we'll just kick them out of the list. So first list, ready and spin.
It is spinning. We get the Steelers.
We get the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's actually an interesting one. Okay. So we'll do the Steelers right now.
Let's talk about the Steelers first.
All right, let's talk about the Steelers. Okay, I like Najee Harris a lot.
Yeah.
I like the pick. I think that getting rid of James Conner was a must, man. Like, I mean, like how can you come in and he came in, beat cancer, did his thing, and then last year just I don't know what happened to him. Like the line wasn't that bad, was it?
I mean, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, he was a beast. Like in fantasy, he was good, and like he was a reliable running back. But I don't know what happened. I feel like, I mean, maybe he was underused or something. Because like I mean, every time, I mean, the Steelers only ran like 3 times a game, and then they just stopped. I mean, I get they're a pass-heavy offense, but like still. And another thing I want to point out is like they have an amazing receiving core, but last season they led the league in drops, which is not good.
And like when you look at Chase Claypool, Juju, James Washington, I mean, the receiving core is great, and the Steelers are really good at drafting like these second round running backs that end up being amazing. So I don't know what their problem is. I will say this, like the defense is top tier. Like their defense will, TJ Watt's a monster. So, there's that. Minka's still really good. Casey Hayward's still there, going strong. I didn't know he was like in his late 20s, by the way. I think he's like in his late 20s. Like I didn't know that. I thought he was like 35. I thought he was like that old. He looked like he was that old.
He's a beast though.
Yeah, I agree with you. But yeah, I mean the Steelers, they're an interesting team, but I really think like after this year, you got to move on from Big Ben.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's so old. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like they should have drafted a QB in like the second or third round. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna wait until the offseason next year, try to get a big QB.
I mean, they could trade for Gardner Minshew if they wanted to.
I mean, I wouldn't trust Gardner Minshew.
I mean, I would just put him because he's younger. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like Trevor Lawrence is there. Like, what's the point of him being there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he has experience. So there's that as well. All right, let's.
Yeah. What do you talk about Tim Tebow soon?
Okay. Do you want to do it now or do you want to predict?
After the schedule.
All right. So after the schedule, we'll talk about Tebow if we remember. I'm pretty sure we'll remember. But anyways, let's get started. Week 1, they play Buffalo in Buffalo. I got the Bills.
This is all.
I think this is gonna be a good game. I really do think like the Steelers always play the Bills hard. Like they always do. Like these games are always close. They come down to the wire. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Diggs is out for vengeance. Josh Allen is mad. I mean, if they can trade for Zach Ertz, which I think that they will trade for Zach Ertz because they really could use another tight end, that would actually be very nice.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, their offense is going to be crazy, but their defense is still stout. Secondary is still very nice. I got the Bills. What about you?
This is a very hard season opener for the Steelers. I mean, the Bills. They pretty much brought back everyone. Didn't they draft a running back?
The Bills didn't. I think they did, but not in the first round. No.
I think they drafted a good running back.
Yeah, I think we need to go back and double check. But anyways, like the Bills are still kind of retained everyone, you know what I mean? Like they didn't really lose a lot of players in the offseason. Like I really think they kept everyone. Like the offensive line's intact. D-line still Ed Oliver still really good. I really just like their secondary a lot.
And their linebackers.
Yeah.
They're stacked.
Very good. So I got the Bills. They're gonna win. They're gonna make this is like their statement game. So the Steelers are gonna start 0-1. They're not gonna start 11-0 like they did last year because like and you lose 5 straight,
Like
and then
most overrated 11-0 run.
Facts. Yeah. All right. Let's go on to week 2. So we got the Raiders playing the Steelers in Heinz Field. The Raiders are kind of weird to me, right? Okay, like I kind of want to like them, but I feel like every time they draft, they always have to reach. Like I don't get it. Like I feel like they're doing way too much. And I like Derek Carr. People don't like him. I don't know why.
I think he's underrated.
Me too. But their defense, man, their defense is still really bad.
And another thing, they lost a lot of O-line.
They did lose a lot of O-line. They traded a lot of them to like Seattle. Like Gabe Jackson got traded to Seattle, and
yeah,
I'm worried for the Raiders offensive line. And with TJ Watt there, Cam Hayward there, it's gonna be a nightmare. Plus, it's in Heinz Field, so I mean, I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I think they're gonna get not their first win. It's at home, playing in front of the fans. I think the Steelers are gonna start out. They're gonna get their first win of the season right here.
I mean, I feel like the Raiders, like they're the most average team I've ever seen. Like they always go like 8-8, like 9-7 every year, and like they just don't make enough moves. I don't know why, and I feel like they have a lot of potential. Like I feel like Derek Carr still has it, and his deep ball is very good as well. But like their secondary is really bad, and I mean, yeah, I got the Steelers.
I also just want to say I'm not really high on Henry Ruggs as a wide receiver one going forward because they did lose Nelson Aguilar to free agency. So I'm not really high on him.
This is why I wouldn't make like a second-year receiver, like a wide receiver one. I feel like there should be someone else there who has more experience because like last year he was wide receiver one, but like he had so much pressure on him. And I mean, I still think he could still do it. Like he's fast. He's very fast. But like his hands do work. His route running could do work. I mean, I feel like he's like a worse Jerry Jeudy. Like Jerry Jeudy, like he's a beast at route running, but his hands are so bad. He's working on his hands.
And those are like fixable for Jerry Jeudy, but also fixable for Henry Ruggs. But I really do think like I don't want to go off topic and just talk about fantasy, but if I am a fantasy guy, I'd rather just have a Raiders running back or Darren Waller. Actually, Darren Waller's still there.
Oh, so, yeah, Darren Waller, beast.
Yeah. A top 3 tight end right now in the league. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I'm very like iffy about the Raiders. Week 3,
and they're in a tough division.
Yeah, absolutely. Week 3, they play Cincinnati at home. Now, remember what happened the last time the Bengals played the Steelers?
Yeah, it was an embarrassment.
Joe Burrow's coming back strong. Joe Mixon's there. T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd.
I mean,
offense, skill players are amazing. Defense, they did lose Carl Lawson. They did lose William Jackson. So their defense is going to be it's going to be a lot younger.
I mean, they added like that Saints D tackle.
Oh, Hendrickson, they got him, which I mean, we'll see how he does. I hope they did not like just overpay him just because he had one good year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel like this is going to be a good game. I feel like the Bengals, like they could upset teams. Like I feel like that they have the talent. They made their offense even better. I mean, that line very questionable. And the defense is kind of iffy. But I mean, this should be a good game.
It's a good game. It's an AFC North rival. It's a rivalry game. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on this one for the first one. I really think that I need to see how Joe Burrow's feeling after that torn ACL, and I really need the offensive line to play good. If the offensive line plays good, they win the game.
Yes.
If the offensive line does not play good, they will lose like every single game, and Joe Burrow will probably get hurt again. But we don't want that to happen. Please, like, protect him. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this one. It's gonna be like I'll give it like a 1-possession game. They'll win the game. Mo, what are you thinking here?
I mean, I agree. I mean, it's crazy how valuable O-line is. Like, if the Bengals had a good O-line, they would be unstoppable on offense. But like, man, that O-line is just so questionable. We don't know how they're gonna do. Like, they're either gonna be good or really bad.
Also, they got Jamar Chase there as well. Don't forget him as another weapon. So, like, I mean,
their offense is stacked. Like, they have Joe Mixon. They got Ruggs.
Tyler Boyd,
T. Higgins, like
Jamar Chase.
It's insane.
Yeah, I don't. It's just the offensive line play for me. If the offensive line play is good, the Bengals can be a really good sneaky team. But for me, the Bengals, if they can win like more games than they won last year, it's improvement, and they just build upon that next year, the year after that, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So I got the Steelers at 2-1. Week 4, they play Green Bay and Lambeau. Now, we talked about Green Bay a lot. off camera because that's what we do. And I mean, it's the whole Aaron Rodgers situation. Now, if Aaron Rodgers does play this game, I got the Packers like 100%. Like they're gonna win this game. Offense is stacked. Defense is better. Kevin King needs to freaking go because he's awful. But I want to ask you this: like, if Jordan Love does play, like, I know we don't know much about him. Like, do you think that Jordan Love can take? Like, do you think he can take the Packers into this game and actually like take it in Lambeau?
I'm not making any predictions about Jordan Love because like I have no idea how he's gonna do if he does play.
Okay.
Like, is he gonna be trash? Is he gonna be like the next Mahomes? Because people say that. Like I don't know. I can't make a prediction because I know if I make a prediction, I'm either gonna look stupid or whatever. It's so hard.
Okay, let's just say Aaron Rodgers is still on the team. He will be there and he's gonna play for the Packers this season. Do the Packers get this win?
Yes, 100%. Like, I mean, I can't. The Packers are just way better than the Steelers.
Packers have a top 3 offense. I mean, and their defense is good. It's just the secondary for me besides Jair Alexander and Darnell Savage. It's just Kevin King.
Amos.
And Amos. I mean, besides just Kevin King. That's what I mean. Like he's just at the bad spot. But overall, everyone else on the team is our studs, except for maybe the linebackers. But like it's getting, I heard it's getting a little bit better on linebacker.
I mean, I think we drafted linebackers and we drafted corners.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So they did draft a corner. You drafted that Georgia guy. First round.
Eric Stokes.
So he's probably going to take over Kevin King's spot.
Yep.
Yeah. So hopefully he's better than Kevin King. That's for sure. Yeah. So I'm also going to go with the Packers on this one. I really just think that with A-Rod there, it's a vengeance. They're mad. Last year did not go the way they wanted to go again. So this year they're like, we need to run it back and we got to win the Super Bowl. So Steelers are 2-2 going into next week. They play the Broncos in Heinz Field. Now, the Broncos are a team that we like to talk about. Like they're so good everywhere else.
But QB.
Yeah. And they have possibly the worst, like one of the worst. Like he's like 31.
Drew Lock is so bad.
I know.
I mean, like if your team sucks or like they're disappointing every year, just be grateful you don't have Drew Lock as your QB. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. So like, what do you think here? Like, do you really think like, okay, so like, what if Teddy Bridgewater starts here? Like, what happens? Like, I still think the Steelers will win.
Yeah, I forgot they got him.
Yeah, like, wait, so who wins? So, like, we'll talk about the QB battle later on, but like, if Teddy Bridgewater starts this game, like, do you really think that the Broncos have a chance to win? Like, obviously they do, but do you think they'll win the game or do you think they'll still take a loss?
Nah, I still got the Steelers. Yeah. I think they're just way better overall.
I agree with you. I really think the Steelers are just way better. Like I know Von Miller is coming back. Bradley Chubb's there. Like that pass rush is going to be insane. Justin Simmons is amazing. I really think Big Ben is going to play really bad against the defense. Like he will play really, really bad. It's just it's going to be like a defensive game. Like it's going to be like low scoring. But I'm going to go with the Steelers on this one. I just think that they're at home again. And I just don't trust Drew Lock, man. I really just don't.
Imagine the Broncos with Deshaun Watson.
Right. Man.
It'd be crazy.
So we got the Steelers at 3-2. I'm going to next week. They play Seattle at home.
Ooh.
This is very interesting to me. Like, okay, they really got a tough stretch of games, like to start off the season. Like now these last 2 games are at home. Like this is at home too. So they play Seattle at home.
They have a very hard schedule.
They really do. So, like, what are you thinking here? Like, Seattle, Russell Wilson's very happy. Yeah. Chris Carson's shredded now. Like, pretty cool. Their defense, Jamal Adams coming back, obviously. I think he's going to kill it. And they did lose their corner, Shaquem Griffin, to free agency to the Jaguars, which is good that they didn't sign him back because he asked for way too much money. Now, what are you thinking about Seattle here now? They made some adjustments to the offensive line. Russell Wilson's probably going to get the protection he wants. Do you think that Seattle's going to take this game in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, 100%. Their offense is too good. I mean, DK, Tyler Lockett, Chris Carson, their O-line's better now. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm also going to go with the Seahawks here. I believe more in Russ, you know what I mean, than Ben. Like, if you were to give me 2 minutes on the clock, would I want to have the ball? I'd rather have Russ. He's clutch. He's going to find a way to win this game for his team. He just doesn't give up, man. He just doesn't give up.
One of the most clutch QBs.
I agree. So I got Seattle winning this game. So they're 3-3 currently, right? Yeah, we got them at 3-3. Yep, we do. All right. And they play the Browns on Halloween in Cleveland. Now, the Browns are coming off making their playoff for the first playoff appearance for the first time in 18 years. They won their playoff game
against the Steelers.
And they embarrassed them.
28-0 in the first quarter.
So I want to ask you, and guess what? The Browns got Jadeveon Clowney, like we mentioned before. So I want to ask you, Mo, how's this game go for the Steelers?
I got the Browns winning.
I got the Browns winning, no matter who they have. I just think they're a two-headed running back group. Like, honestly, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb are so good.
And don't forget, Odell's coming back as well.
Yeah, Odell's coming back. Jarvis Landry. They drafted Anthony Schwartz, our guy, so hopefully he does well over there as well. Auburn guys. So, yeah. I got the Browns. I think they're just way too talented on both sides. And this is like they're coming up. Like, this is like it. Like, they're coming up. They're trying to take over the division because, this is not the Steelers division anymore.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
the Steelers like own the division for so many years, and then now like it's like the Browns. Like, who would have thought? Like, if you told me 5 years ago the Browns would be this good, like, I would have just told you to shut up.
Yeah. And also, by the way, the Steelers are coming off a bye after this game, so they're playing the Browns rested. But I still think the Browns are going to take this one. They're going to win the first meeting of the season.
Nick Chubb's going to go off.
Yeah. Week after that, they play the Bears in Heinz Field. Now, I don't really know if Justin Fields is going to start. I don't know if he will. If he does start, maybe they win. But I think that.
I think the Steelers are going to win.
I also was going to say I think Steelers are going to win too.
The Bears O-line still sucks.
The Bears O-line is still terrible. David Montgomery's still a boss. Justin Fields is young, but it's still, if Andy Dalton is starting, like you can pick the opposing team every single time Andy Dalton starts, and you'll win. You know what I mean? Like Andy Dalton is not it. I really don't know why Matt Nagy says that Justin Fields shouldn't start. Like, I would start in week 1. That's just my opinion.
Dang, you start is like an unexperienced rookie, just week 1
over Andy Dalton. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, but anyway. I'm going to say the Steelers win. I don't know if they win big. Like, do you think they win big, or do you think it's still going to be close? I think it's going to be close.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close. I think the Bears are going to put up a fight because that defense is so good. Yeah. But, like, the Bears O-line's so bad. Like, I feel like TJ Watt is going to destroy them.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Moving on to next week, they play the Lions in Heinz Field. The Lions have Jared Goff. They don't have Matthew Stafford anymore. By the way, Matthew Stafford, I don't know if we talked about that. I think we did.
I think we did.
Anyway, new era in Detroit. They literally have no wide receivers to throw to because Kenny Galladay's there. The only wide receiver they have is TJ Hawkinson. You know what I mean? Why I say that? Because he's the only guy that's going to get the ball. And DeAndre Swift as well is going to get the ball a lot.
The only thing I like about the Lions is their O-line.
Yeah, me too. Their O-line's very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. But I'm going to go with the Steelers on this one. It's just like, I just think that they're astronomically better than the Lions, and they just have they have better talent. Najee Harris there, I think he's going to ball out. Like, it's going to be Steelers, and they're probably going to win this game by 2 possessions. What about you? What do you think?
The Lions are a joke. They've been a joke for like what, 30 years? So, yeah, Steelers, Steelers 100 times. Like, Lions are a joke. Screw the Lions, by the way.
Yeah. Lions are a terrible franchise, because
they so many careers.
Waste so many careers. All right. Next up, we got the Steelers playing the Chargers in LA.
Oh, this is interesting.
Okay, so you got Justin Fields year 2. They got a new head coach.
Well, Justin Fields.
No, Justin Herbert. Sorry. I don't know. It's just 2 Justins, man. Okay, it's hard. Justin Herbert, year 2.
Yeah.
We're seeing a new superstar quarterback just about to take over. Like, they
have a new coach as well.
And they have a new coach. They got the Rams DC, which I like it because they really need to work on the defense.
Yeah.
Derwin James coming back. Nick Bosa's there. Melvin Ingram is not there anymore because he is way too expensive and he's old. So they didn't sign him back. I would do the same thing. They drafted offensive line in the draft, which is very good. Austin Eckler's coming back.
They had a really good draft.
They got really good wide receivers there.
Yep. Keenan Allen, underrated.
And they got Mike Williams. Just 2 great players, man. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I just have a good feeling about this. I always say the Chargers. I always have a good feeling about them before, but they always choke whenever they have the moment.
When they have high expectations, they do bad.
I don't know if they'll do bad now. I think their division's going to be tough, but they could potentially be the second best team in their division, which is actually a pretty good thing.
I mean, obviously the Chiefs, like they're gonna have the one unlock.
That division's on lock for them. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers. They're gonna win this game. It looks like it's a Sunday night game. No, it's not a Sunday night game. It looks like it's a Monday night game, November 21st. I think that's a Monday night game. November 21st. Sunday night game. Never mind. It's a Sunday night game. Okay, great. What about you? Who you got? Chargers or Steelers?
I got the Chargers. I mean, they literally fixed all the problems with their team this offseason. They had a good draft, getting O-line. They got a defensive minded coach, which they really needed. They got rid of Anthony Lynn. Like the amount of games they choked last year, crazy. I got the Chargers.
Same. All right. Next up, we got the Steelers playing the Bengals. Second meeting here. They're playing in Cincinnati. Do the Bengals tie up the series, or do you think the Steelers get the sweep?
I think they get the sweep.
Okay. I don't know what to think about this. Like, okay, what's the Bengals' mindset going into this season? It's very late, right? Most likely they are out of playoff contention at this point because their team is still very bad. Like, it's not good.
Wait, what is the Steelers record at right now?
Okay, so we got the Steelers. We got them. They won 1, 2. Five games. Is that like 5 and 6?
Yikes!
I'm at 5 and 6. Yeah, they lost to the Bills, the Packers, the Seahawks, the Browns, and the Chargers. That's 5 and 5 then.
Okay,
5 and 5. 5 and 5. Okay. 5 and 5. And we got 7 games left. So that's 7. Yeah. Okay. So we were on track. 5 and 5. Yeah. We got them 5 and 5. Okay. So they're 5 and 5. They're probably like they're on the clinches of the playoff right now. They're not looking way too good right now. They really are not looking good.
Their schedule is so hard.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the teams they're about to play. Oh my god, dude! Their last 6 games.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
So they're 5 and 5. They play the Bengals in Cincinnati. Mo, what do you think here? Do you stick with your sweep?
Yeah, I think the Steelers are gonna win, but this is gonna be very close. I think it's gonna be like a one possession game.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with you on this one. I really believed in the Steelers this game. I don't know Joe Burrow's health at this point. Hopefully he is fine. I just think that the Bengals at this point, they're like, we might as well just tank for a pick. I don't really think it's worth trying to go for it this year because this is not the year to go for it. Yeah. Maybe in 2 years, I'd say go for it.
Yeah,
but this is not it. Week after that, they play Baltimore in Pittsburgh, and as a Ravens fan, I'm looking forward to this because I'm so mad. Yeah. I am so mad.
You got swept by your biggest rival.
Yeah, I am so mad. Ravens did pretty good this draft. They got Rashad Bateman, which I'm very happy about, and he's doing
great. Tylan Wallace.
And they got Tylan Wallace later in the rounds. The guy who pass rusher, they lost Matthew Judon, which sucks. They lost.
The secondary is still stacked.
They lost Orlando Brown, which sucks, but it's okay. We got a first-round pick for it. We got Ronnie Staley coming back from a torn ACL. We signed some players on the offensive line. We'll see how they do. I just protect Lamar, please. Do not just let him get sacked and scramble 1,000 times. This Ravens team is still very exciting to me. I just want to know, how do the wide receivers play? Because Marquise Hollywood Brown is, to me, he had some moments and he has some hiccups. I'm still not high on him as a wide receiver 1 for the future. I'm more like Rashad Bateman, wide receiver 1. That's my guy. I want to pick. I just don't see how the Ravens are not better than the Steelers roster. I will say that the Steelers defense is top notch, but we can beat Big Ben. I know we can. So for this game, I'm gonna go with Baltimore. But I just think this is just revenge from, the COVID outbreaks.
What game is this? What stadium?
This is in Heinz Field. The 8-second rule where Cam Hayward was down for 8 seconds and they didn't even stop the clock, which was annoying.
Okay.
So, or they didn't leave 8. They took off too much time. The flag in the end zone that they didn't even call.
So that was not a PI.
So
That was not
and to this
PI.
day, I believe it is a PI.
How?
I just believe it is.
There's no contact.
Bro, there was a lot of contact. Come on, man. There was a lot of contact. So I'm going to go with the Ravens winning this.
Okay. So it's in Heinz Field. It's going to be a full fans. Okay. Full capacity.
Okay.
So, I mean, I feel like it's not going to be a sweep. I feel like both teams are going to take one. But I feel like the Steelers are going to take this first one. Then Ravens are going to take the second one.
That's fine. Fair enough. The week after that, they're playing the Vikings, and this looks like it's a Sunday night game. And
Vikings are very underrated.
The Vikings are very underrated. The offensive line is just really bad, and they're bringing everyone back on defense. You know what I mean? Because they lost everyone to injury. Very interesting game.
And Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
They signed Pat P, so there's an upgrade to the secondary. I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this one. I just don't believe in the Steelers as much. I think the Vikings have vengeance on their mind because last year they have a roster that can do it, but because of injuries and that messed up everything, just threw them off completely. I really believe the Vikings are gonna have a good year. They could potentially make it as a wild card team. Could win the division, but just depends on what happens with Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers is there, they are not touching that division anytime soon. So Mo, I want to ask you, who do you got, the Steelers or the Vikings?
I got the Vikings. I mean, obviously, like you said, their defense is coming back. And their defense is very good. I mean, Daniel Hunter, Eric Kendricks,
Andrew Harrison.
Yeah. Like it's just insane. I mean, that, like you said, the O-line is like the only main factor. But like, I mean, they have so many good players on offense. Like the receivers are good, their running back is good, their QB is good. Like I got the Vikings.
Okay, fair enough. The week after that, they play the Titans.
Man, their schedule is ruthless.
Yeah, they really have a ruthless schedule. My goodness, they play
how many teams they're playing.
They play the Titans at home. The Titans had a great offseason. They have amazing offense. Their offense is great.
Julio.
Their defense has improved a little bit. They got some linebackers, so that's good, because they really needed it. I'm gonna go with the Titans. I don't see how the Titans are not favorites to win the AFC South. Like they are a top AFC team, and this division, this conference is gonna be stacked with good teams.
I mean, I won't be surprised if we have to see what the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Carson. I mean, I think they're going to do good.
Me too. I believe. What are you thinking about this game? Do you think the Titans are going to take this one?
I got the Titans. Obviously, their offense is like that's all I have to say. The offense is stacked. Their defense is kind of questionable, but like, I mean, if you have a stacked offense, you're going to keep scoring. So,
yeah, I agree with you on that. Okay, both got the Titans winning. The week after that, they have to play the Chiefs, and it looks like is this a short week? I think no, it's not a short week. Never mind, it's not. December 26th. Okay, they play the Chiefs in Kansas City. I'm going with the Chiefs, bro.
Dude.
Okay. Look. They did so good on getting offensive linemen. Okay, like
they literally made their team better.
They literally made them so much better for Mahomes, and they're pissed because if they had a good offensive line, they could have won the Super Bowl. They could have. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, and this should be a no-brainer that the Chiefs are gonna win this game.
Exactly, dude. The Steelers' schedule. Oh my God, it's so bad.
It's bad.
Look how they play so many top teams.
Yeah, I agree. But I got the Chiefs, and it's just Chiefs all day, man, for that division. Next up,
I got them on a losing streak right now.
Yeah, they're on a. I got them on a 4-game losing streak. You got them on a 3-game losing. So. They play the Browns in Heinz Field. Do the Steelers beat the Browns, or do the Browns get the sweep?
Browns get the sweep.
Okay. What makes you think that they
No. The Steelers are going to get this. I think the Steelers are going to beat the Browns.
I think this is a Monday night game as well, January 3rd. I'm pretty sure this is a Monday night game. Yeah, I think this is an 8:15 kickoff. It has to be a Monday night game. So I'm going to go with the Steelers. I don't see them getting swept by the Browns because
I don't think they're gonna get swept by any team in their division.
Yeah. Like I mean, I think that no, you don't think they're gonna sweep the Bengals? Oh, you're like they're not gonna get swept by anyone. Yeah, I agree with you. I even like the Ravens. Like I will tell you right now, like
Actually, no, I do have them sweeping the Bengals. But
yeah. Me too. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I just think that they don't want to lose twice to the Browns. It's just like a mentality thing. Like, do you really want to lose twice to the Browns? Hell no. Next up, final game. They play the Ravens in Baltimore. I mean, you can go either way with this. I said that they're gonna beat the Steelers in Heinz Field. I think that the Steelers are gonna beat the Ravens in Baltimore. I think because like usually like when the rivalry is 1-1, it's usually like one team wins at another like they went on the road. The road team always wins the first game. Like the road team always wins.
except last year.
Except last year. But we don't like to talk about that. COVID. So I got the Steelers in this one. You got the Ravens. So that's like flip flop. We can just we agree to disagree. So what do we got them at? We got to count the games one more time. So I
think we had them on the same record, right?
I think we do. So 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, 4-4, 5-4, 5-5, 6-5. I have them 6-6 here. 6-7, 6-8, 6-9, 7-9. I have 7-10. It's pretty much 7-10. Right? Yeah. We got them at 7-10. This is like, so you go from a team that won 11 games and then you lose 5 and then you lost to the Browns. So,
I mean, if they had an easier schedule, they would probably make the playoffs, but their schedule was so
bro, this schedule is brutal. What a start. I mean,
thank God the Packers don't have a schedule.
Oh my God. I mean, thank God the Ravens have an easy schedule too. I mean, I'm happy about that. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I mean, that's the schedule right there. Did you want to talk a little bit about Auburn before we go? Because like let's just combine a little bit of college. Let's talk about a little bit of Auburn. Obviously, I like what I'm seeing in the offseason. We're getting transfers like crazy. Like we're actually taking advantage of the transfer portal. Do you see what we're doing?
Something Gus couldn't do.
Like, did you hear what Gus said today?
What?
About the expansion, the 12 playoff expansion?
What did he say?
It's like, it's very good for everyone. Like, oh yeah, we're going to make the playoff and just lose there.
Dang.
Like that's what I see it as. It's like, oh, I won't. He's like thinking, okay, if I win, like if I make the playoff and we lose in like the first round, like every single time, I'm not going to get fired. But like with Auburn, it was like, we won the SEC West.
I mean, he's doing good at Central Florida.
Yeah. I mean, if Central Florida made the playoff every year, I think every Central Florida fan would be very happy, even if they lost to the number 1 seed, like in the whole thing.
Yeah.
What else is new? LSU can't get out of trouble. Apparently, they like to get in trouble a lot. Darius Geis again.
Oh yeah, we talk about TJ Finley.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about that a little bit before we get into LSU stuff? Okay, so we got a transfer quarterback, and I'm actually okay with it. I just want to see Demetrius Davis be a quarterback too. Yeah. I always wanted to see him be at the second string because I think he's good enough to be a second string quarterback. But I think now it's going to be between Finley and Nix at this point.
Yeah. Dang. If Nix, if Nix loses his job, I think he's still going to start.
I think if Nick's going to show a tiny bit of improvement, it just shows that, his 5-star potential is not going to complete waste.
This is junior year. He has to do good now.
Like, I need to see single-digit picks. I should not see double-digit picks. I should not see 3 interceptions in a game against South Carolina ever again.
That's bad. No QB should do that. I get we're playing JC Horn. He's a beast.
But like, bro, you shouldn't force it to Seth Williams all the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't have him anymore.
Yep. Or Anthony Schwartz.
Or Eli Stove. Like, everyone's pretty much gone except for like Tank. And let's talk about our receivers a little bit. Like, we're gonna have one of the more inexperienced wide receivers.
And we always have good receivers.
I know, but they're very inexperienced though.
Yeah.
Like what are you thinking like about them? Do you think they're gonna do a good job with Knicks, or like how do you think? I'm high on Capers.
Yeah.
And I like
Javarius Johnson.
And Javarius Johnson. I also like so I said Capers. Who's the other guy that's there? Cannon.
Elijah Cannon.
I like Elijah Cannon a lot. I like him.
Yeah. We have young receivers. They're like sophomores, like freshmen.
Yeah. What happens with Shedrick though?
Who?
Shedrick Jackson.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm high. I'll say this. I'm kind of high on the defense this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I mean, if you asked me like three
we have
months
the
ago,
depth. We have a lot of depth now.
if you asked me like 3 months ago, I would tell you no. But like right now, I'm feeling kind of good. Like I think we have one of the best linebacker cores like in college football. We
Yeah,
probably have like a top 10 core, not gonna lie.
yeah, and like Smoke Monday's coming back, and I mean the transfers we got is crazy.
And we're gonna have full fans. So like I'm not gonna lie to you. Some games where I picked Auburn to lose, they could play a big factor going into like the season. Like if we play when we play Georgia at home, it's
Penn
gonna
State's gonna be tough.
yeah. I don't know about
That's
Penn
probably the most
State.
exciting. That's like the most exciting game like I'm excited about.
I'm excited about that game. I mean, I'm excited about obviously the Iron Bowl because it's the Iron Bowl, Georgia, because we play them at home. I mean, we play LSU on the road this year, which I really don't know about LSU. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of like in a weird spot. They just can't get out of trouble. And so let's segment into this. Darius Geis again. Again, apparently there's more stuff about him. He just and Orgeron's involved too. But
Dude, oh yeah. Speaking of Darius guys, like that photo of like him playing Madden and he like betted $100 to play Madden with someone and the guy destroyed him and he was like, bro, you're using a cheap team. It's so funny. I sent you it.
you did send it to me. I actually laughed at it. I
That's
was
so funny.
man, he fell off so
Bro, he's
bad.
playing, he's like at the bet for money in Madden. It's like sad.
It's pretty sad, honestly. Like, I don't even think he's gonna get a chance again. And he's like banned off campus. I think we talked about this already. Like he's banned.
What did he do now?
There's more stuff about him. I didn't really read into it, but Ed Orgeron knows about it apparently and didn't tell anyone.
Uh-huh.
So it's like LSU is running a really bad program right now. I'm not gonna lie. They won the Natty, and now all of a sudden
They
they're
sold
getting
their soul for it.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just tough. It's tough. What about the playoff expansion potentially?
Oh
Let's
yeah.
talk about that a little bit. So they're gonna potentially expand it to 12 teams. Now I told you I
When would
want
this take into effect?
it's going through the summer process right now. It could be this year.
Dang. I mean, thank God they're expanding the playoff because it's so boring now. 4 teams is like not it.
I think like I'm not gonna lie, I actually want it to be 8. Like I wanted to be 8 just to check it out. But I think at this point they should never expand it again with 12 teams.
I mean, I don't really mind how many teams they get expanded. I just want an expansion at all. Like, I mean, I prefer 8 teams. I think that's like because I feel like 12 is like a bit much.
Mhm.
Because like, wait, so like, what are the like? So how's it gonna work?
I think it's like the top 4 would be like a conference buy-in, something like that. I have to read like more about it. But all I know is that they are talking about 12 teams. I think they're waiting for like the ADs and all those people to approve it before it
Yeah,
goes into effect. Look, I like more teams. Not gonna lie to you, I like more teams in the playoff, but
I guess Auburn a better chance.
I just want to see 8,
Yeah,
in my opinion. I want to see 8. So I think it'll just make things
or they
more.
could do 10 with like the top 2 teams having a bye.
Yeah, they could have done that, but now it looks like they're going straight into 12. I think like now that's the idea. 12, 12, 12.
Oh, that's a weird number though. I thought they were if they were, I felt like if they were ever gonna expand it, it would either be 8 or 16.
I thought it would just be 8. And if they did want to expand it to 12, then 12. But like I think at this point they should never expand it again. I don't want it another one. Like I'm done with expansions. I think like because you're making it way too easy to make the playoff, and it shouldn't be like that, man. Like it shouldn't
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
know what I mean? Imagine if like all
But the
the
thing is about that, like I want to counter that because like there could be that once it's like March Madness. There's gonna like that one underdog who like upsets teams at the team and they make it far. That's what I like. That's what I want to see. Like, what if there's like what if like Coastal Carolina like they shock like a team and they like go far. Like that'd be sick.
I mean the potential with 12 teams is endless. And I mean we could see a bunch of like not a group of 5 teams make it. We could see like a couple of them make it, like a Cincinnati or
It could be
like
like a Boise State story.
yeah, and that'd be nice to see. And I'm okay with it. But like now, no more expansion. I'm okay with 12. Just keep it at 12. We're good. Like, do not expand it to 15 or 14. Like, don't do it. Like, I'm done now. I
I just
think.
don't want to see blowouts in the playoff.
Oh, trust me, no one does. No one does.
It could. It's like, what's the point in making the playoff? It's just gonna be a blowout game. Like, LSU Oklahoma, that was a blowout. Um, uh, Alabama and who they play? Oh, Notre Dame. That was a bad game. That was so bad.
Notre Dame should be barred from ever making the playoff ever again, honestly. Like, even if they make it like top four, like just don't let them in.
Exactly.
What else is new in college football? I mean, we're getting ready for the season to start. We're very close. Like we have soccer, so we got that to keep us alive, for
Oh, we're about
the
to go into camp for
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's almost
and
August.
NFL. We're about to get an NFL camp as well, so we're getting ready for that to start. I'm very excited to see who's gonna actually step up in training camp. It's great. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just glad the NFL, like, in the college, like the off season is always exciting. Like, it's never like boring. Like other
Yeah.
sports, not gonna lie, until it hits free agency, it can get kind of boring. But football is the best sport ever, man. And we predicted a schedule. We got the Steelers down.
We talk about Tim Tebow.
And yeah, let's talk about that. Tim Tebow signed $920,000 contract, tight end. I am happy with it. I don't know why people hate him, because he knows someone in the NFL that works in the NFL who he's friends with, who he played with, and people are hating on him because he got an NFL job as a tight end. I don't get it. I like Tebow. I don't know why people don't like him. Like, I like him a lot. Even like with the Broncos, I didn't dislike him at all.
A lot of I know like there's a lot of people hate Tebow, but like I mean he got a job. I mean like you should be like proud of him. I wouldn't hate on him. I mean if you're gonna hate on someone, hate on the Jaguars for making the decision. Like it's not his decision to make it to the NFL.
It was not his decision to get the job. Like, he just knows someone there. That's
Yeah,
like you knowing someone, you knowing the CEO of a company, and you get the job just because you know him. Like, it's just because of connections.
yeah. I mean like Michael Vick, he knew Andy Reid. That's why he got to the Eagles. Like it's like
Yeah.
not a bad thing.
No. And I'm rooting for Tebow. Now, I just want him to catch, if he can catch like 5 touchdowns this year. I think this was like a successful comeback story.
They're probably gonna resign him if he does that.
And he's 33 right now. He's looking really good. I don't know if you saw some
Yeah, he
pictures
looks
from. Yeah,
buff.
yeah, my man's buff. He's gonna get tested by the NFL. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's so weird though. The Jaguars are such a weird team. Like they got Trevor Lawrence, they got Travis Etienne, Tim Tebow. Like
Their team is still very bad. Like, their offensive line is still trash. Their defense is still very bad.
the
Uh,
receivers are
the
nice.
receivers are nice. Quarterback, we'll see. Running back, James Robinson should be the starter. Charles Etienne should have not been drafted. I still stand by
That's
this to
probably the
this
worst
day.
pick I saw in the draft.
Like, honestly, you could have drafted offensive line, or you could have drafted a defensive player, and I would have been okay with it. But no, you decided to draft a running back, and Travis Etienne, like, he would be a better fit for so many other teams that need a running back.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was so bad. They should have got O line. I don't know why teams don't draft O line. Who need it?
Yeah, I mean, the Vikings needed it, and they did draft O line. I mean, the
Like
Chargers needed it, and they did draft O
the
line.
Colts, like they have a stacked O line, but if they got a lineman in like the second or third round, like you shouldn't be mad about that. Like O line's O line. It's depth.
But like, if you're like the Jags, like, you have a good running back in James Robinson, who's a first off, he's a he can carry the rock, he can go, like, he's a 3 down back, like, he is already a 3 down back,
Yeah.
and he did really good for them. I just don't understand why you decide to go draft Travis Etienne when you could have helped your quarterback with offensive line help. You could have gotten some defensive help because the secondary is still very bad. The D line is awful. They do not know how to win in the trenches. It's really bad there. I don't know. And I hate Steve Balky so much. I hate that guy so much.
Dang.
Do you know what he did to the Niners?
What?
Just goes in there and screws them up. He drafted LaMichael James.
I mean, yeah, that was bad.
He drafted that one wide receiver who, like, Kaepernick literally threw the ball right to his hands, and it went through his hands. I don't even know what his name is. That's how bad he
Who,
is.
Michael Crabtree?
No. He didn't draft. Crabtree was signed there. I don't know. This was like a 2012 like pick.
Dang. Was he like bad?
He was very bad. I will look up his name after this, but he was very bad.
Yeah.
Also, like, yeah, he just went in there, ruined the 49ers, and then the 49ers went, and now they're kind of coming back up. But Steve Balky, I don't know how he got a job. I know he's smarter than me because he got an NFL job, but how can you go in to a Niners team that is literally like they were Super Bowl contenders? They could have won the Super Bowl. You just had to draft like decently, but then he goes in there and drafts like I think like most of the draft picks did not even play. I think they played like less than 2 games. Like that was how bad. Michael James muffed the punt and a playoff game, and they like lost something like that. It was a playoff game or like an important regular season game, but that's not the point. Like it was just not important to draft a running back when you have Frank Gore there.
Yeah, Frank Gore's a beast.
So I don't know about him with the Jaguars. I just don't want him to ruin Trevor Lawrence. I really want to see Trevor Lawrence succeed in Jacksonville, even though like at the end of the day, it's Jacksonville. So like,
no trash.
like they're still gonna be crap. Like they're still gonna be bad. Like I don't believe.
I can't believe
they're not gonna be worse than the Texans. The Texans will be worse, obviously, because they didn't have a mini camp. They don't have Deshaun Watson. They have probably Tyrod Taylor starting. Which sorry, Tyrod, I feel bad for you. It's not your fault.
He got a ring.
Yeah, he did.
The Ravens.
Yeah, he did.
But like I can't believe the Jaguars. They really like fumbled it with that 2016 team.
Yeah,
so bad. They could have made it so much better if they got a better QB. If they didn't resign Blake Bortles, because like he did nothing. The defense carried.
I blame Coughlin for that because he re-signed him, which made 0 sense. You could have just like. It just shows like how bad. Like the Jaguars were 1 game away from playing in the Super Bowl and potentially
could have won it.
They could have won.
The Rams and the Jaguars. That's like the battle of the defenses.
Yeah, and it would have been interesting. It would have been nice to see the Jaguars win a Super Bowl because you don't see that often. You usually just see like the Chiefs or the Pats or whatever. You don't really see like a team like Jacksonville in a smaller market than those guys win a Super Bowl. So I don't know about Jacksonville. They're not going to be worse than the Texans, that's for sure. It's going to be like between the Titans and the Colts in that division.
Yeah.
With the Titans probably winning it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, this is season 2, episode 1, Gridiron Entertainment. We are back and we're gonna upload this Saturday. Come back with another episode Tuesday and back Friday. This time we're gonna do more. We're gonna just separate the NFL and college. We just did NFL college just to mix it up because it's been a long time. So we're gonna do an NFL episode on Tuesday with a script, and we'll actually pick another team to randomize. We're gonna get rid of. I think we should get rid of the what should an NFL need to do to succeed. I think we need to get rid of that because schedules are out.
Yeah.
So we can predict schedules and see if more college football news comes out later on next week. But this has been fun, and he's literally right next to me, like Mo, my co-host. It's literally right next to me. Like it's pretty cool. So it's been a fun episode. I'm very happy we're able to sit down to talk about football again. It's really nice. But thank you guys so much for listening. We really do appreciate everyone who stuck by us, and we're going to be uploading back on YouTube and Spotify. Links will be in the description of the YouTube video. But until next time, I'm Omar.
And I'm Mo.
And we will see you guys on Tuesday.